Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever wished you could just watch history unfold instead of only reading about it in a book? Well, today we're diving into an incredible tool that lets you do pretty much exactly that. Let's get into it.
You know, it's a classic problem, right? Especially if you're a student. Textbooks throw dates and names at you, and you stare at these flat, static maps. It's so hard to get a real feel for the ebb and flow of empires, to actually see how borders shift and understand how one event led to another.
And that's exactly where GeaCron comes in. Honestly, think of it less like an old-school atlas and more like your own personal time machine. It's this super powerful tool that maps out the entire political world for any, and I mean any, year over the last 5 millennia. It's the solution we've been waiting for.
So, here's our plan for today. First, we'll talk about this whole new way to see history. Then, we'll fire up the historical time machine. I'll show you how to customize your view. We'll look at how it's more than just borders, and finally, we'll wrap up with why seeing history this way, well, why it really matters.
Right, so the main idea here is a complete game changer. Instead of just seeing one snapshot of the Roman Empire at its peak, imagine watching it expand year by year. You can see the pressures on its borders, watch it fracture. It literally transforms history from a static picture into a living, breathing story. And yeah, this is honestly the best way to think about it. It's not just a collection of maps, it's a vehicle. You can jump to any moment in time and get a snapshot of the entire globe, almost like you're looking down from space. It's just an incredibly powerful way to finally grasp the sheer scale of all that change.
Okay, let's pop the hood on this time machine. The first and most mind-blowing feature is its historical scope. It is absolutely massive. The timeline starts all the way back in 3000 BC. Just think about that for a second. That's 5,000 years of human civilization at your fingertips, from the rise of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia right up to the world we live in today. The scale is just staggering. And using it couldn't be easier. There's a search bar. Let's say you're studying Alexander the Great. Just type in 323 BC. Boom! Need to see the world when the Magna Carta was signed? Enter 1215. The map instantly redraws itself to show you the political landscape of that exact moment. It's that simple.
Now, what's really cool is that you're not stuck with some pre-made one-size-fits-all map. No, you get to be the cartographer here. You can build the exact historical map you need to answer whatever question you have, and you do that by using different layers.
It all works with 2 main types of layers. First up, you have your base layer. Think of this as the physical stage where history plays out. The mountains, oceans, and continents. That's your foundation. Then you add your overlays, which is all the human drama, the shifting borders, the rising cities, the sprawling empires. That's the story. And for that base, you've got options. You can go with a simple plain view, or, and this is cool, you can choose a relief map to see how mountain ranges might have helped or hindered a military campaign. You can even use OpenStreetMap to get a modern geographic context.
And this is where the story really comes to life. The overlays add those key human elements. You can flip on area to see the colored territories of competing kingdoms, and then add the city layer to pinpoint exactly where the centers of power, trade, and culture were.
But GeaCron goes so much deeper than just showing you borders on a map. It's really a comparative history engine. It's designed to help you connect the dots between parts of human experience that seem totally separate at first glance.
And I mean, just look at this list. The depth here is brilliant. You can explore timelines not just for kingdoms and famous battles, but for huge shifts in art, science, literature, religion, and philosophy. It's like an entire interconnected database of our shared past.
And this is the crucial part. This is where the real aha moments happen. You're not just looking at isolated facts. You can actually see how the explosion of Renaissance art happened at the exact same time Italy was a chaotic patchwork of competing city-states. It lets you ask bigger questions, like maybe that political fragmentation actually fueled artistic competition. It's amazing.
So with all this incredible power at our fingertips, let's talk about the big picture. Why does seeing history in this dynamic, visual way actually matter so much? What's the main takeaway from all this?
Because it connects the past directly to the present. The conflicts and alliances you read about in the news today, they didn't just appear out of nowhere. Watching those ancient and medieval borders shift and morph and eventually evolve into the modern nations we have now, it gives you this profound context for the world we live in right now.
And really, this is the single biggest lesson. That world map you see hanging on a classroom wall, that's just one frame in a 5,000-year-long movie. GeaCron lets you press play, and it reveals that nations and empires aren't permanent fixtures at all. They're fluid. They're always rising, falling, and changing shape.
So I'll leave you with this thought. With 5,000 years at your fingertips and a whole universe of historical questions to explore, where would you start? What moment in time would you want to see first? The map is waiting for you.